Hey everyone, I'm coming to you late on day 2A of the 2010 World Series of Poker main event. Things have just wrapped up here at the Rio, and in a few hours the day 2B players will be arriving. So let's kick things off with a recap of day 2A. Notables who ended the day in the upper regions of the chip counts include Yevgeny Timoshenko, Billy Kopp, Carter Phillips, Dwayne Ringbauer, Jason Somerville, Patrick Antonius, Sammy Farha, and Cole South, who we caught up with at the end of the day.
Yeah, I had a hot run of cards. Thought I played some pretty good poker, and it's a great combination. I definitely had a tough table, but things really just came together for me, and it built up a stack pretty quickly that enabled me to play it pretty aggressively and play a bunch of hands and take down a bunch of pots. Won a really big hand against two of the toughest players at the table, and I was very fortunate to be able to eliminate some of their chips. One of them opened under the gun for 1,500 at 3-6 blinds. Middle position flatted, and I made it 5,500 on the button. They both called, which was kind of surprising for the way our table was playing. I think I had a somewhat splashy image and figured that they would pretty much be going with their hands or folding them. I think the first player had maybe 50,000 to start the hand, and the second player 100,000, and I had about 85 or 90. The flop came down ace-9-5 with flush draw. Checked around. I checked it back on the flop. Turn was a 2, bringing 3 hearts as ace-9-5-2, and the under the gun player led 10,000 into about 17. Second player called really quickly, which surprised me a little bit. I mean, I've got two of the aces. It's hard. I mean, they both can't have an ace, so it's hard to put them on hands. And I went ahead and jammed at that point. 3 hearts on the board. Figure my hand looks a little disguised or like I'm doing something funky, so I could get looked up late. And the first player called all in very quickly, maybe about 10 seconds, and he had maybe another 30K. And the second player tanked for a long time. After 5 minutes or so, called with a set of 9s. And the first player had ace-queen. So I'd coolered him pretty bad on the flop, especially with how aggressively I had been playing. I think they were both very good players, and I can't fault them for their play. And to build up a big stack in tournament, sometimes you got to get pretty lucky, and I was fortunate enough to today.
And here is a full list of the official top 10 at the end of day 2A. The survivors of day 1B and 1D will combine shortly for day 2B, which means the return of the likes of 2010 bracelet winner Jason Dewitt, Alexander Kostritsin, Steve Bilirakis, Chris Bell, David Benjamin, Jason Mercier, and Phil Ivey. But here are those leading the way in chips at start of play on day 2B. Stay right here for more to see who makes it through to day 3 of the 2010 World Series of Poker main event.